What happens if we use a 6% distribution rate and adjust for inflation with the S&P 500 in real live numbers? Are you a spreadsheet geek? This is awesome. I love it. My man Daniel had created this spreadsheet, and why do I like this stuff? I don't know. I wonder if all right, so let me ask you, spreadsheet geeks. Have you always liked stats? Have you always been interested and intrigued by stats for football, baseball, stuff like that? Have you always looked at historical data? Have you always liked maps? Click yes or thumbs up if you would, if you are. If you're a spreadsheet geek and you like that stuff. Because I don't know what it is about maps. I don't know what it is about data. So I love sports data. It's the weirdest thing ever. Man, I could look at minor league data all day long. It's just fun for me. In fact, Liam and I, last year, we chose a guy, Drew Waters, who was on the Mississippi Braves. We chose one guy on the Mississippi Braves who was a center fielder and one pitcher. We followed them along each and every day of their stats to see how they performed, if they ever got called up, sent down, got cut. And Drew Waters, which I think is his name. Anyway, he got called up when the major leagues expanded the roster, which they do on September 1st. Drew got called up to Gwinnett up here, the Gwinnett Stripers. We didn't go get a chance to see him, but if he makes the AAA team this year, we're gonna. It's just pretty cool. It's just I've always liked that stuff. And in fact, it's funny. Liam is a statistician himself. He loves sports stats. Kevin, not so much. That's why I think it's just innate. Is that what it is? Innate, ingrained, something like that. Anyway, all right, let's dive into this. All right, enough of that rambling. All right, so here's my man Daniel's spreadsheet here. All right, so what we're doing, and let me see if I can't make this bigger. Let's do view. I knew it was last time I did it, it wasn't big enough. All right, let's do that. All right, here we go. All right, so here we are. Last year is 2019 because we don't have 2020 out yet. In fact, what is the market doing today? It looked like it started off negatively, then the Fed cut by 50 basis points, and now it's down again. Stupid. Why is the Fed cutting? It's just freaking. I'm starting to be intrigued by this modern monetary theories. That was called modern MMT. I'm starting to be intrigued by this because I've never felt the Fed had any control of any of this stuff. I'm not there yet. I'm just not there yet. But I'm like, man, I just like the way the guy talked about the Fed doesn't control things because that's what the monetarists or the Austrians say too. Well, they say the Fed. Let's just go into this anyway. So the Fed cuts. The markets go up for about 20 minutes and falls right back down. Just because this is not having an effect on the economy. Stupid. All right, real quick. The reason I was watching Stephanie Kelton, and I haven't watched the whole video. I haven't watched that much. I just watched this guy, Wayne Moser, a couple times. He did a debate with my man, Robert Murphy, who is an Austrian. That was unsatisfying, at the least. I was like, and when Wayne was interviewed, some dude, I said, that's not satisfying either. So, but I loved when I think his name's Stephanie Kelton, she had said about the Phillips curve. And the minute she went after the Phillips curve, I said, oh, man. This is for me because the Phillips curve is silly. The old economists with all their old statistics and stuff is just dumb. Anyway, all right, so let's go with this. So here we're going, 2019. We're looking at 30 years. We can do whatever we want here. We're taking the data from the S&P 500. Now, he just got it back to 1929. He just updated for 1871, but I haven't used it yet. So I don't want to look at that yet, all right, because he hasn't updated it. I haven't looked at it. I just we've been playing around this morning with the emails on how to get the data updated. So he's just using S&P 500 returns from these two charts, slickcharts.com, inflation from right there. So we're incorporating that, and it looks pretty good to me. I looked at it, and I'm very comfortable with those numbers. All right, so we're starting with $100,000. We're taking $5,000 a year out the first year. All right, so success after 49 years, all right? I mean, success, if we run it for 30 years, can we take 5% a year, going back to 1929, adjust for inflation? How many times do we run out of money? All right, well, we have 49 successes and 13 failures and 29 maybes. And 29 maybes means we don't have enough data because we haven't had 30 years, so we'll go into that. So as of today, though, we have had 75 successes and only 16 times have we run out of money. So that's 16 divided by 91. That's a 17% failure rate or an 83% success rate, taking 5% a year out, adjusting for inflation each and every year. In fact, you can see the years. So 1929, 1930, go down here, they're all positive, all positive. Then we start going to the 60s, 1962. And what this says, have money after 30 years. Well, we're just looking for after 30 years. Now, if we have money after 30 years, but we ran out of money, that means we had it for more than 30 years, but we don't have it today, if that makes sense. So if we started in 1937, we had money after 1966, up until 1966, 30 years. But by some point in the future, after those 30 years, we ran out of money. So we have success. This is this, but column F is the success. And then you'll see we don't have success in from 1962. We ran out of money. 64, 65, 66. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12. So we ran out of the 16 times. 10 were the 60s. Then right here, 2000, we ran out of money. That's it. Now, we don't know what these are going to look like. I'll go into this here in just a second. But look at that. So you take away that time frame from the 60s, and man, you are golden. You got the golden goose, man. All right, so let's just go back. We're going to say, what year do we want to look at? We're going to look at 30 years. This guy Daniels, he hasn't said I could say his full name or anything. But so if you look at 1966, so we'll go up here to 1966, right here, and run out of money. So the question is, when did we run out of money? It was right here. 1984 is when we ran out of money. All right, so 1966, we had it for 28 years. No, we had it for 18 years. We ran out of money 18 years. End of 30 years, we had obviously negative significant amount of money. End of 30 years expenses is $24,909. So the $5,000 adjusted for inflation was equivalent 30 years later, almost $25,000. So let's go here and just make sure the numbers match. This is 1966. That had us run out of money. Here we go. How do I make this? How do I get that to be? I'm not sure how to make this so I can make this bigger. I don't know. So we'll have to ask Daniel how I can do this. All right, so right here, right there, 1966, right there, okay. So 66, let's see, 71, this is 84, let's see, 83, right there, 1984, we ran out of money. Okay, cool. That's good. So let's go down now to, we'll go to let's go to year 2000. It says we ran out of money. When did we run out of money? Year 2000. We ran out of money in 2015. So in the year 2000, we ran out of money in 2015. In the year 2001 and 2019, we have 31,000. So we'll probably run out of money in 2001. I don't know. Are we gonna be okay here? Let's see. So are we gonna be okay? So let's go back to this thing. We're gonna take a closer look. We're gonna say 2000, and we're gonna say 2002. Let's see what we got here. And it's working. I'll be working my way back to you, babe. So at the end of 30 years in 2000, well, we don't know what the end of 30 years will be, but because we've only been in it for 18 years. But anyway, the projections would be right now we get $109,000. Right there, $109,000 at the end of. Oh, that's 19. All right, one sec. I'll go to 2002. Right there. Yeah, $109,000 at the end of 2019, and we're pulling 7,000 a year out. So we're pulling 7% a year out. So we're 18 years in. Yeah, 18 years in, and we've got 109,000 to show for it, and we're pulling 7,000 out. So that's gonna be a little bit dicey there too. So definitely gonna be some more no's here because of 2000, 2001, and 2 collapse. But that's still pretty comforting to me. I mean, you still got a pretty significant amount of time left. So all right, let's go to 2003, see how much we got left. Be working my way back to you, babe. Who does that song? With a burning love inside. in 2003, you can see it's working, it's working, it's working. We've got it's working. It's working its way back to you, software. All right, it's taking a long time here. All right, well, I'm not sure why this is my Wi-Fi not working or something like that. All right, there we go. Yeah, so in 2003, we're fine. We got 254,000 right now, and we're only pulling 7,000 a year out. So you can quickly say if the markets fell, hell, 40%, 254,000 minus 40% would lead us with 152,000, and we're only taking 7,000 divided by 152,000. That's over 5%. That's 4.6% rate. So we're gonna be fine there for sure. 2003. Let's do 2008, shall we? 2000. This might be one of the best spreadsheets I've ever seen. I love it. All right, so let's see what we got. 2007, because remember the markets got killed the following year. Let's see how much we're left with. No, okay. So 2007, we're left with 130,000. Yeah, we'll probably be okay. It's a little bit 6,331 divided by 130. That's 4.8%. Yeah, that's probably okay. Unless we got killed 130. We'll do another 30% decline minus 30%. Oops. We're at 91 divided by 6,331 divided by 91,000. That's 7 point. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, but we are only 12 years in. Yeah, I don't know. That might be workable right there. Either way, the point is because you're taking 7% a year out, and you only got we're 2007, so we're 12 years in. We only got 18 years left. So let's do this. Ooh, that's a good way to do it. We're gonna look at years. We're gonna do 18 years, all right, and we're gonna do 7 right there. Watch this. How many times? So what we're doing, we're going to run the 7% adjusted with inflation. We're going to do it all for 18 years. How many times did you run out of money? Let's see. And now this is based on S&P 500 data. That's it. And inflation, literally the real numbers from S&P 500 and inflation. So if you're 12 years into retirement, you got 18 years left and you're pulling 7% a year out, you had 53 years of success, 21 years of failure, and 17 maybes. So success today meant that you had 57%, let's see here, 57, hold on just a second, 57 plus 34 equals 91 divided by 57. You had, 57 divided by 94. You had 60% success rate. That's at 7%. And we know the Great Depression, the 60s, right here. And then right in here, the 1998, so right there. So let's just see real quick what this looks like in 2019. And every year here looks pretty good. That's going to be okay. It's probably a little bit dicey here. So you're probably 50-50 in that case. If you have 12 years or 18 years for retirement and you're pulling 7% a year out, you're probably 50-50, a 50% hit rate, a 50% miss rate. Of course, that assumes you're all adjusting it for inflation, that you're not reducing your expenses or anything. All right, let's go back. Let's do 25 years. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do 6% for 25 years. How many times did it fail? 6% for 25 years. It's working. It's working. Let's see what we got. All right, so of the, we had 65 successes and 26 failures. So 65 plus 26 equals 91 divided by 65. You had, oops, man, I keep doing that. 65 divided by 91. A 71.4% success rate at 6% a year adjusted for inflation. Man, that's over 25-year time frame. All right, let's go to 30 years. Is that worth the risk? I would say yes, because that is adjusted for inflation, as if you're spending your money each and every year for inflation. Oops, I want to do 30 years here. There we go. All right, cool. Let's try that. What happened? Oops. Okay, it's working. So now we're going to do 30 years at 6%. So we got 50 before 42, 22. So we have 65 successes. So here we're, is that right? Or is it still working? It looks like it still might be working. I don't think so. All right, got caught up. But anyway, either way, we have that's I just love it. So more to come on this, especially as I go to the data. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't. What's going on here? Looks like it's slowing. I think I am taking up too much space on my RAM. Anyway, so at the end of the day, though, there's a lot to be positive about your ability to take not just 5, but 6, but even 7%. I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying go out there and start taking 7% a year out. Don't, I'm not saying that. I am saying, though, get over the 4% rule. Find something else for sure. And if you want to go to firecalc.com where you see your spending going down, well, hell, do that too. I love it. I'm sure at some point, well, I don't want to say anything, but when Daniel's ready on his website and stuff, I'm sure I'll link to at some point where he can sell you his software, his spreadsheets, because I think it's great. I'm not going to mess with it. All right, here we go. So we got, oh man, he's got the Wellington in here. Oh, I see. He's been, man. All right. Anyway, wait till later. More to come. This is freaking awesome. I hang tight because there's more to come in here, and this is freaking fantastic. I'm not sure if Daniel wants me to link to his stuff or not. I'm not sure he's ready yet, but I think he will be at some point for various spreadsheets, and I'll let you guys communicate, and you can buy from him. I don't want to mess with this stuff, frankly, so I paid Daniel to get all this done for me, and I'm sure at some point he'll be able to provide you your own spreadsheets for a fee too, but I've not put words in his mouth. All right, so it's good stuff. All right, we'll see you.